everybody, this is Coach Grades 10. Welcome back to another pickups video. It's been a long time since I shot a video, guys, so I apologize in advance. I'm kind of rusty with this. I've been doing a huge move, as you can tell. I'm in a completely different place. Kind of finally starting to get settled into my apartment here in Chicago. Got a job downtown that I've been commuting to, and it's been pretty good. And the apartment hasn't been first priority because I'm getting used to work. But I finally got stuff kind of close to where I want it to be, and we've been here for about a month, so I'm very happy. And I finally have some pickups to show you guys. The big thing is, like, my paychecks come only once a month, so I went an entire month without getting a paycheck for my new job, and I have other expenses to deal with, so no pickups from there. But I did have a really nice score a few days ago on Friday, just running around doing lots of stuff, and I got a really great deal, and I'll get to that in a second. But I also want to show you guys some of the stuff I've been playing because, since I haven't had time to really be game hunting or anything like that, I've been doing a lot of game playing, which has been great, because I have the time to do that now, which is something I've been really looking forward to as far as graduating college and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys those things real quick and get to the pickups, which I'm really happy about. So we'll rifle through these. The first one, I've been playing this one the most. I've been playing this on the train. I take the train in morning and evening. I've been playing my PSP a lot. I've been playing Valkyria Chronicles 2. This is a strategy, RPG, real-time strategy slash an RPG, overarching RPG combination, which is really cool. The first game on the PS3 is definitely my favorite of the two. However, this is still very similar and very good. The story is really lighthearted. The characters are hit or miss, really. The voice acting is iffy in places. But really what holds it together is the combat and the simulation part. And this is just an excellent game in terms of mechanics. There's the different classes, you have different upgrades, you can work on your tank, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. And it really is, it's a good match for the portable platform as well, because you can do 1 or 2 battles in about half an hour, shut it off and pick it back up on your way home. I've put about 28 hours into this so far over the course of the month that I've been here, so it's a really fun game and I'm really enjoying it. So I think I'm getting to around maybe halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way through, and it's still just as fun as when I put it back in. So highly recommend it if you're a fan of strategy games, RPGs at all, or the first game. Definitely a great pickup if you can find a copy. Next here is Xenoblade Chronicles. I have been playing this a little bit, but the thing I ran into is that I don't have a Pro controller, or Classic Controller Pro, or whatever it's called. So playing with the Wiimote and the Nunchuck is doable, but I feel like the experience will just be better with a traditional controller, so I'm waiting until I get a controller. I've got one on order from Amazon, so once I get that in, I'll be able to pop this back in, and I think I'll have a better experience with it. But nonetheless, what I've played of it, I really do enjoy. Graphics are great, controls seem fine for now. There are ways to get yourself in trouble really early on in the game, and I managed to get myself in trouble a few times, but still really looking forward to delving more into this. Very fun from what I played so far. Next is Mario Kart Wii. I just played this for like a week or so, trying to unlock as many characters as I could, get all the trophies and stuff, the gold trophies and everything, and get high ranks and all that. It's just a lot of fun to just sit down and relax. You don't really have to try that hard until you get to the 150cc. In that case, you have to try really hard. So I've got through everything up to 150cc. So I've been having a lot of fun, and it's just a good game to play casually if you're not in the mood for anything super serious. I've been playing the Bouncer actually. I've only played about 2 hours of this. It's the story is really paper thin. It's completely ridiculous. Your 14-year-old girlfriend who works at a bar gets kidnapped, and you're 15 years old, and then you go take these other bouncers from the bar to go take her back, and then you curb stomp panthers. It's really weird. There's a lot of weird stuff in this game, and the loading times are horrible. But it's a launch game, so I guess I can give it a pass. But if you're just looking for a few hours of stupid fun, this will probably scratch that itch for you, and it's really easy to find. It's pretty cheap, so not a bad game. Next, God of War Collection. I beat God of War 1 all the way through. Really enjoyed it. I've got God of War 2 on deck as far as when I decide I want to play another hack and slash game, and I've got God of War 3 downstairs as well. So lots of hack and slash fun. Really good game. I got like 80% of the trophies on this, so I was really happy with that. I'm not a huge trophy collector or anything like that, but you know, it's nice to strive to get trophies because that way you know you got a lot out of the game. So looking forward to playing God of War 2. Next is Borderlands 2. I've been playing this with my dad and my friend Manny online, so we haven't been able to play that much of it, probably maybe 5 or 6 hours so far, because it's hard for us all to sync up online. I'd really like to play this on my own, but I think it's a really good multiplayer experience, so I'm trying to hold off and wait until everyone's online so we can play it through and continue with the story at the same pace. Really fun game, lots of fun collecting weapons, you know, trying to figure out which one's better. Going down the skill trees and upgrading is a lot of fun. The same as the first game, but a lot of stuff improved in this version. And the last game that I've been playing is Majin: The Forsaken Kingdom. I'm probably about, I want to say 3 or 4 hours into this as well. The reason why I'm not that far into this, even though I really enjoy it, is because my girlfriend thinks that the Majin character is really annoying, and I do have to agree. You have to be playing the game to really get over that. And the voice acting is just so-so, but the mechanics are really fun. It's a puzzle platformer, action-adventure, all that hybrid together. Graphics are nice. It uses the Unreal 2 engine, I think, but it has some really nice particle effects, and it's very colorful and bright. And the way that they introduce you to a new mechanic, and then they explore it a few different ways, and they introduce you to another one and explore it a few different ways. So they really get their mileage on the mechanics and puzzle elements that they introduce to you. And the friendship system with Majin is really cool. That's something that most games don't even get close to coming in contact with. So it's an excellent game, very high quality. It's very cheap now if you can find a copy of it and you can deal with the B-grade, C-grade voice acting. Highly recommended. Pick that game up. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the pickups. I'm going to do this actually in chronological order. It just works out that way, and I'll save the best for last. But a little bit of backstory. I've been kind of clearing out parts of my collection. You know, I still have a lot of stuff, but I've accumulated a lot of stuff from buying lots and just faded interest and stuff like that. So I've been selling off some of my collection, and I took a big bunch of stuff to a local game store. There's a disc replay pretty much like 10 minutes from this apartment, so I took it out to there. And I just dropped it off in the morning, and I went around and did some errands, and I ran to GameStop where they were going to give me a quote on the price. So I did go into GameStop. I picked up some Nintendo goodness. First, I picked up the Secret Files Tunguska, I think is how you say it. The only reason I picked this up, well, first of all, it was $8, $8.99. But second of all, there's a lot of these like mystery games on the Nintendo Wii, which they're pretty interesting to me. I do like these like murder mystery things. But also because they're really hard to find, they did not sell very well, and so, you know, they're becoming very scarce. And since I have a passing interest in the genre, I'd like to pick it up. Also, Deep Silver, I'm a big fan of some of the things that they've done. I believe they did. There's a survival horror game, Cursed Mountain. I think they did Cursed Mountain on the Wii as well, and I really enjoyed that game. It's kind of a B-grade thing, but you know, I liked it, and they did this game as well. So. Really happy to see that. Next, I found No More Heroes. Well, I'll show you No More Heroes 2: The Desperate Struggle. This was, I don't even remember. It was like $10, if that. You know, I saw when I met up with Rusty like a year or two ago, Ari Lewis 2011. He bought the first No More Heroes, and I think I have No More Heroes 1 as well. But I've been looking for a good deal on No More Heroes 2, and I think they must have just recently price dropped this at GameStop, because this was much cheaper than I remember it. So I went ahead and grabbed it, and this game, it's a Suda51 game, which they're known for being completely ridiculous, and I'm very looking forward to giving this a shot. I've heard the second game is pretty good, as is the first. So yeah, very excited about that. And then the other Wii game that I picked up is Trauma Center Second Opinion for $4.49. I can't believe how cheap these games have gotten and how good these games are. I played one of the Trauma Center games on the DS, and I played one on the Wii a long time ago. I think it was the very first Trauma Center. And you know, I've been wanting to have these Trauma Center games to play, and they're so much fun. For $4.49, I could not say wrong, could not say no, and could not go wrong. The last game that I picked up at GameStop was Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2. I have Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 1 on the DS. I picked it up about 6 or 7 months ago over Christmas break. And I've been keeping my eye out for this for a while, and $20 brand new is super cheap. It's GameStop news, so it's open and everything, but as with all those other games I've already showed you, it's complete, it's in great shape. This manual is unbelievably thick. I don't know why, but that's how it is. It barely fits in here. But yeah, I've been looking to try to get a hold of this game for a while. I just couldn't say no at the price, so really happy with that. And now let's go on to the big score. So I was at GameStop and I got a call from the disc replay, and they said, hey, we're going to give you $245 in-store credit for your stuff, and there's still stuff that we don't want you can take back. So they ended up only taking about a third of the stuff that I brought in there, and I got $250 in-store credit to spend. With that in mind, everything I'm about to show you, I spent about $15 on total in addition to the store credit. So I'm really, really happy about that, and you guys will see there's some good stuff here. This first game here is Code of Princess for the Nintendo 3DS. This was marked at $16.99. It's kind of like a Guardian Heroes style of game, so it's like a planed beat 'em up RPG hybrid. Very cool. This has the art book and the soundtrack. I don't know if it has an art book in there, but it's got all the limited edition stuff. So yeah, the sound and visual book. So it's an art book with the disc as well. Very, very cool. And then also the game here is complete. It's very heavy, so you know, your thick Atlas manual. So this is the first 3DS game I have. I do not have a 3DS yet, but I figured I couldn't go wrong with starting out with a Guardian Heroes kind of clone, because that is an excellent game. So really pleased to get that. I mean, basically for free, but you know, if you say I paid for this game, I got the rest of this stuff for free, so keep that in mind. Very happy with that. Next, I picked up Omega Boost. This is made by Polyphony Digital, the same people that do Gran Turismo, and it's a 3D shooter. Overlooked a lot when it was, you know, when it was first released. People were like, oh, it's not that great, but this has a huge cult following now. I know Metal Jesus Rocks did a video and featured this game. It looks outstanding. This is in pretty good shape. There's a crack on the front of the case, but the case is on its hinges. And this was marked for $5.99, so I would have paid $5.99 for that game any day. But you know, for free, not going to complain. Next is Digimon World 2. This was marked at $29.99. The reason I got this is because I have Digimon World 2 already, but I needed the manual for it. So I've been trying in vain to find a manual online. It has not been coming up. So I found this for under market value, so I'm going to steal the manual, sell this off, and I'll make probably $10 on it on eBay and get the manual out of it for free. So really, really cool. This is an interesting RPG with the Digimon characters and stuff. I'm not a huge Digimon fan, but this is kind of a collectible thing for me, so yeah, really happy to get that though. Next, the last PlayStation 1 game is Alundra 2, A New Legend Begins. This is definitely not as good as the first Alundra, which Working Designs ported, but it's okay. It's a decent RPG for the system, something I didn't have, and again, it was basically free, so I'm not going to complain there. You got your manual up here in the front, and the disc in the back. So in amazing condition, and I'm still on the lookout for Alundra 1. I picked up one DS game, and that is Glory of Heracles, marked at $3.99. It's kind of a Roman, Greek, something themed RPG, which is interesting, but the script writing, the story, it's kind of lackluster, which is why it's $3.99. But it's an RPG for the system. It's made by Nintendo, like it's actually published by Nintendo, and I think they developed it too. Some in-house party developed it. So pretty interesting part of the DS library. And if I'm ever in the mood for just a mindless RPG, you know, there you go. Couldn't say no for $3.99. Next, I picked up the Sly Collection for PS3. This was marked at $21.99. Again, this is basically all free. I love the Sly Cooper games. I'm a huge fan of the Sly Cooper games on the PlayStation 2. I played through all of them when I was younger, and I've been wanting to get this remake for the PS3. The graphics just look mind-blowing, and if the gameplay is still intact from the original, I'll be very, very happy. This is a great, great series of games. I'm glad they did an HD collection for it. Next, picked up Resident Evil for GameCube. This was marked at $16.99. I have Resident Evil Director's Cut for PlayStation, but I've heard that graphically this remake is very good. This is probably the best of the remakes on the GameCube. And this is in phenomenal condition. You know, you have both discs, all the manual and everything. It's in great shape. And I already have Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 4 on GameCube, so I'm just working on getting the rest of the Resident Evil games on the GameCube, the remakes, and the original ones. So really, really pleased with that. And again, free, hard to say no. Two more, guys. One here is Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Director's Cut for the Xbox. I have all the Fatal Frame games on the PlayStation 2, but this version is supposed to be superior because they put in some extra scenes, they updated the graphics, and I think they might have better voice acting, I don't know. But I have heard from everyone that I've talked to that this is the definitive version for Fatal Frame 2. I'm still on the lookout for Fatal Frame 1 Director's Cut, but I'm sure I can get a hold of that, no problem if I need it. Complete and in outstanding condition. Great addition to the Xbox collection. I'm really happy about this. And the last game, this was the big boy of this whole lot. Really, really happy to get this, guys. A nice buff to my Saturn collection, and I'm gonna work on finishing up the sub-collection. This is Albert Odyssey: The Legend of Eldion. This was marked at $99.99, but I paid $15 for this whole stack of stuff. So I kind of got this for free. I mean, if you want to say I got this for $15 and the rest for free, whatever. I mean, I just had this stuff sitting around. I was never going to play it, never going to use it, and it, you know, made space in the apartment, money in my wallet, and now went into this. So I'm very pleased with this. This one, the case is busted, but the manual's in decent shape. It's all there. So I have plenty of replacement cases. I just need to pop one on here and give it a little bit of a clean, and you know, there you go. So this actually puts me at 4 Saturn Working Designs titles. I have Dragon Force, which is missing the front cover of the manual, but that was okay. That was a donation from a friend. Coach Mill's blog, he sent that to me a long time ago. I can, you know, work on getting a replacement for that eventually. It looks great. It works. I'm happy with it. I also have Sega Ages, and I have Shining Wisdom. So the big one is Magic Knight Ray Earth, which I'm thinking about just saving up for and popping a big, you know, a lot of money on that. But and after that, it's just Iron Storm, which is about a $35 game. It's a Daisen Ryaku game. And then I'll have all the Saturn Working Designs titles, which has been something that has been a goal for a long time, and it's kind of finally within reach. So I'm thinking about going for that, but other than that, guys, that was my pickups. Really happy with this chunk of stuff. Some really, really good additions to the collection. I'm really happy with it. So thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks for all the new subscribers. I just hit 800 subscribers, so I'm going to be doing a special, some kind of contest or giveaway or whatever. I haven't quite decided the details, but keep an eye out for a video about that in the near future, and I will see you guys then.